What's up? This is my pro football table talk. It's me, Dre Brooks.
And Brandon McKeever.
We ready to talk about some football, homie. Man, we missed 1 week.
Man.
And it just felt empty.
Man, didn't even feel right.
It didn't feel right, but you know what was going on and things like that. So I didn't even do semi-pro football news that thing. I just did the top 10 poll that week. But we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about the game that happened. It was the Extras and Punishers game.
Mm-hmm.
And we really ain't gonna get in depth with it because we don't got all time. But it was a good game. The game was going great. I was at that game. The Extras was holding them for Punishers was on the 1 yard line 4 times.
Man.
And Extra stopped them, man.
Oh.
Every time. The Extra scored the quarterback hit a draw, and he just, boom, gone.
It was like 70-yard draw.
Yeah, he was gone. So, then they got 2-point conversion. They was up. So, the Punishers kicked 2 field goals, 86. They go into the second half. Punishers get up 13-8. Then...
No.
Extra get the ball, fumble. Extra was fumbling, had a lot of fumbles. They was fumbling. Both teams was having problems holding the ball, fumbling, stuff like that. And after the Punisher scored, Extra had the ball, they fumbled. Guy picked it up, almost took it to the house, got down to the 5 or 8 yard line. And then after that, just... But I'm thinking the Extra could have held them. Because they held him 4 times.
Yeah. A
possibility, you know what I'm saying? And you had the whole third quarter and the fourth quarter to win this game.
Yeah.
And chaos broke out. I don't know what happened. I'm not getting all that. But, that's the past. But that game was a good game. That was a good game. But the Punishers, they didn't have all their players either.
Man. I hate that it got called. Actually went down as a no contest.
Mm-hmm.
So, neither team actually takes any. Nobody lost, nobody won.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I hate this how the ruling went. Both teams should have done better on controlling your attitudes. Because, like I say, and we've said countless times on this show, you never know who's out there watching you.
Never know.
You
never know, man.
And to be honest with you, semi-pro football already has a bad name because of the fights. We've had a lot going on in this league this year anyway.
Mm-hmm.
If you're trying to make this league, build this league, y'all got to do a better job.
Yeah. But it's just, it was a good game. And my thing is, if I done got into it with a DB in football, in college or something, you playing, in high school, you played D-line.
I played D-line.
You done pushed and shoved and got in the O-line face, y'all just talking,
throughout the years, even, when I played semi-pro ball, I stayed getting into it with guys all the time. I was smaller, so, they, of course, were going to try to pick on me anyway. So I had to let you know, But it was never, even if we did, what would you want to call a fight, it never really led to a game being called. Just brawling.
You about to go beat up the ref.
It might be one of them. Oh yeah, we in each other's face.
Yeah. And y'all shoving, y'all just
push me, I push you.
Yeah, I got you.
But then it's gonna be,
go on to the next play.
Or the referee come on and be like, all right, guys, y'all stop it, do it again. It's on. And then it's gonna be like, all right, wait till we get back out.
We'll get good next play. I got you next play, bud.
It was more about I'm fixing to just come out here and manhandle your ass. Nowadays it's y'all ready to fight.
They can't take a slap. Football players these days, even in high school, they can't even take a slap on the helmet
at all. And that's what's crazy, man.
They couldn't survive back in. They couldn't
take a slap on the helmet, but you're ready to throw him.
Yeah, and man, let me tell you something. They couldn't survive back in the 90s, the 1990s or the 80s. When back in the days when I played in the 90s, but even 80s ball. Them guys played hard-nosed football. They played on dirt ground. They didn't have all this turf and all that fake grass. They played on hard ground, especially when it went. So as you know, when it got cold, that grass got hard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You got dirt spots. You got, and these kids nowadays, they get the jumbo trumps. They get everything.
So
they're not used to, not saying Punishers or extras or anybody, but me as a person, if we are winning or anything, or just playing the game of football, and a player slap my helmet, yeah, I'm gonna be mad. I'm a grown man. Yeah, I'm gonna retaliate. Possibility in my mind of retaliation. But we playing a football game. Yeah, I'm gonna run towards them. But if my players grab me and say, "Carlos, don't stop, man. Come on, man. Let's go." And I'm about that time, about 5 seconds, I calm down. Like, I got you next play, man. I got you next play. You know what I'm saying?
That was my name of the game.
Mm-hmm. I love getting them back.
All of my career, man, I can honestly say I was probably thrown out of that game twice, and one time was for fighting. But that one was kind of worth it, I didn't,
And I'm not saying that sometimes it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, that was it. But like I said,
like y'all might have got on the ground, was rolling, and everybody broke y'all up, but it wasn't no big chaos. Everybody run off the bench and grab the referees and whatever,
No, it was never that. And wait, but that's what I was fixing to say. Even in the game that we got, that me and that dude from the other team got thrown out for fighting each other. What was funny was it wasn't a bench. There was no benches cleared or nothing. And it wasn't like, the guys, they were trying to break it up that was out there.
Yeah.
So, we in the game was able to continue.
Yeah. That's why I wish that game would have continued. I wanted to see how it would end. Usually when I'm at the games, I leave probably in the middle of the third quarter. Because I got enough highlights. I need to get home. I need to edit this stuff. But I want to get one more touchdown, so I can end the highlights. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. And I get to score, because it's going to pop up about an hour or 30 minutes later, because the game's going to be over. Almost, got one more quarter. So, that was going to be the first game I stayed all 4 quarters, man, to the end, because that game was going on. They number 35 and Cadillac, they was bringing the wood, man. You know what I'm saying? They was bringing them.
That was your first time getting to watch Cadillac play? I told you he was something good, man. He's something special.
And I was down by the end zone, and so I was like by the goal post, and I asked him, I said, what number is Cadillac? And they said, they number so-and-so. Man, I'm talking about they had to punish on the 1 yard line. Punisher couldn't even get in.
So let me ask, from what you saw, you believe he's as advertised?
He bring the wood, man. And my thing is, I want to know if he got a training regimen. Like, you know what I'm saying? There'll be, because I done seen a lot of talented players. You know what I'm saying? I done seen this guy bring the wood, but what's your training regimen like that gonna keep you prolonged like that throughout the years? What is your goals? Are you trying to get out of semi-pro football, or are you trying to stay here? Or you trying to go to the next level? I want to know your mind at and stuff like that. But yeah, he was bringing the wood. Him and they whole defense was doing great. Mm-hmm. They defense was doing great, Brandon. They defense was on point. But of course, let's get into these scores for these past games. Man, number 3 Bolts versus number 7 Reapers, 44-6.
Man, that was a good game for the Bolts.
Mm-hmm. I was at that game.
I can't remember who all scored.
I know they scored on a 55-yard run. Moorhead Jordan hooked up with Ryan Anytime Scarborough for a 55-yard pass.
Scarborough is actually becoming one of their better playmakers. Let me say that. Week in and week out, he's making big plays. I think he's proven he's one of the.
He had 6 catches for 172 yards and 2 TDs.
Oh my gosh, good Lord!
He almost had 200 yards.
Man.
I think Bobo had 160, had the highest, but now he got the highest. But I was standing right there. The play was right there in my face. He ran a post, and the quarterback hooked up with him. Boom, right there. He turned that joke up, took it in like Dion.
Moorhead the quarterback. The Bolts.
Yep, Moorhead Jordan.
I like him.
They have like 2 quarterbacks. They in and out. What number is he? Is he number 10 or he's number
10?
Okay.
Because it's Jamal Mosby and C.J. James, and
he had a good game too.
They got 4 quarterbacks actually.
He had 243 yards.
Who?
Jordan Moorhead 11 13.
Yeah, Moorhead.
Look, he was 11 for 13.
I'm gonna tell you something.
He only 2 incomplete passes.
Moorhead with him playing, if he finishes that, because I think he's only played.
He get better as he go on and get the feel of the game.
3 games. I'm gonna be honest with you. If he plays, you better watch out.
Yeah.
Because now they were already a contender, but they become even more.
They get that solid quarterback, and they need to keep one quarterback in there and stop switching them in and out, and let that one quarterback get that feel of the game and get in his rhythm for every game. You know what I'm saying? But they had some good, man, like I said, Jordan had 11, 13, and he had 6 rushes for 41 yards, too. And he had 2 TDs, 11, 13, 243. Scarborough had 6 catches for 172, 2 TDs. Cal Gates, he had 5 tackles. He won a pick 6. Nick Berry had 2 interceptions.
Way to go, Nick.
Yeah, he had 2 interceptions. And
you know what? He's a good defensive back.
Yeah, but the Reapers, they have a team. All their players weren't even there. They had about.
And if I remember correctly, the game got switched from Waldron to
here.
Vestal Park.
So they had about 15 players at the most.
Well, yeah.
Linemen had to play kickoff return.
Oh yeah. You're pretty much in.
Some had to play defense. They didn't have to.
Linemen had to play kickoff return. Then you can't say nothing else there. That told me everything I need to know. When your linemen play kickoff return, it's normally going to be a long day.
Yeah. And check this out. They number 19. He's number 19 or 13 or something. No, I think it's number 19. He's a white guy. Play receiver. I want to know if he played college ball before or what he's trying to do. Because that dude can run routes and he can catch. He get underneath it on the ground and he make them catches, man. He made 2 catches. One was called back, and one he caught it, but he hit the ground. And he was long, like a deep pass. It wasn't like no short pass. It was like deep passes. So he was running, had to adjust. You know what I'm saying? And the D-back was all in front of him.
Julian Edelman type or Wes Welker?
He's a Wes Welker.
Ooh.
He's a Wes Welker, man. He'll make the catch for you.
Mm-hmm.
He'll make the catch for you. If nobody knew him, you line up with him, you think, oh, this dude ain't gonna do nothing to me. Oh, look, I'm holding him. Next thing you know, this dude balling on. And then the other receiver, the best one now, wasn't there. Number 32. Man. But let's get to the Dragons.
Okay.
Number 1 Dragons versus number 10 Knights. 58-0.
I heard it was running clock by second quarter.
And they took their players out what? Second quarter? And guess how many yards Ty Rollinson had?
What my guy do?
375 yards. 10 for 13, 5 TDs. I'm interviewing them tomorrow. Players, I'm interviewing now, back interviewing. So I'll be reaching out to some of the players. I need to know number 52. He from down there where I'm from. He live in Monticello. He number 52 for the Boats. I forgot who Fuller said his name was.
Long way.
The number 52, dark skin.
With dreads.
Yeah, play D-line.
That's the MPA.
Yeah.
MPA, he's talking to you.
Yeah, because he asked me about an interview, and I want to interview him. I like him. I like the way he play the game. I like the way he you know what I'm saying,
he's a real energetic guy.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. He's so I'm gonna get you that interview because for number 1, he down there I'm from Southeast Arkansas. He from Monticello. I'm from McGee. That's like 15 minutes away because I know he came to McGee to some parties. And you know, blah blah blah. So I'm gonna interview my guy, man. But Ty Rollinson, he is balling at the frame. That 375 yards probably put him over 2,000 yards, man.
Man. And the fact that he's doing this in half of the games, that's what's scary about it.
And they got a receiver core at the frame.
Yeah, but it's like I say, man, they handling teams the way they're supposed to handle them.
Exactly. Exactly.
Once again, they proving why they number 1.
58-0. They could have busted 100.
Man.
They got 50. I don't want to say I'm wrong or I'm right, but I think they got 50 points in the third quarter with their third string. Second string.
I'm starting to believe it.
Them boys are balling. And I think that was the only 2 games that took place this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I mean, we never knew what happened.
Who else was?
I can't think of the game.
Silverbacks and
not that one.
Bulldogs. It was the Bulldogs and the Extra.
Bulldogs.
I never heard nothing about that.
We never heard.
Nobody even announced it in the league about. I mean, the league about any of that
at all.
Because usually, people be talking about it. If it was another game, everybody be talking about it. So I don't know.
Can we see whether maybe it got rescheduled and nobody knew?
But I don't know. I ain't heard nothing about it. But let's get into this top 10 poll. Dragons, number 1, 6-0. The reason why I got the Dragons, number 1. Like you said, they handle business. When they play a team, I expect the number 1 team or a number 3 team, a top 5 team. If they play a 10 or number 10, I expect a score like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's like the Boats. They beat the Reapers like that. But the Reapers are a better team than people think they are. You know what I'm saying? But with them not having their players there and stuff like that,
You know, they kind of
44-6. Both handle
But
business.
that's what you're supposed to
What
do.
you're supposed to do. Now you got some teams that'll play a team like that and beat them 21-20. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And expect to be number 1 or number 2, number 3, number 4. You know, no, it don't work like that. It's a whole different game in my head. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I don't base the poll off your talent. Talent can beat any day.
Man.
But the thing is, it's how you. If I see you beat a team 21-20, and I see the Dragons beat that same team 58-0, or 42-10, what's the difference there? What's the difference there?
Especially if y'all supposed to be evenly matched.
Exactly. But they 6-0, man, and they had a business. And then I forget. Aaron Tenner had 11 tackles, 1 interception, and 3 sacks for the Dragons.
Good job.
I forgot to say that. Sorry about that. Dragons 6-0. They handle business.
Well, they doing what they're supposed to do. You know, like we've acknowledged. Like I said, I just don't see them falling from number 1. I think they're gonna ride that all the way into the playoffs, and we'll see where they go from there.
We'll see from there. We'll go from there. I just hope, because some teams get into that joker and just everything.
But I don't see that. I don't see that happening.
They are a real kind of together team.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of remind me. We talked about this before. They kind of remind me of a junior college, like a little small community college.
They do.
You know what I'm saying? Without the college. Number 2, the Punishers. They still 4-0 because they had a bye this week, and then I think that game, the extra game, was no contest. But the thing is, they 4-0. They undefeated. That's why they still number 2, and they have beat the other teams. And there ain't no other team. I'm not going to put another team above an undefeated team. And they beat you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If they beat you, I'm not going to move you in front of them. And they're undefeated. You know what I'm saying? And they might have a possibility of beating you again. A possibility.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying they will beat you, but it's they're undefeated and they beat you.
They're still, like I said, they're a pretty solid team too.
Mm-hmm.
The offense still has to catch up to their defense.
They defense on point.
Another thing that I'm ready to see with them is I speak on that offense. I'm ready to see that offense get to its highest point.
Mm-hmm.
Week in and week out, we've seen flashes, but we haven't got to see it put together. And it's entirely too much talent on that offense.
Yeah. How many quarterbacks they got? I know number 12. They number 12 quarterback.
2, and I believe that Robinson is gone.
Which one is that?
15.
Okay. Cause I know they had like maybe 3 or something like that. Because when he first started the season, they were kind of trying to at the Vipers game. They was kind of rotating them in, but I never did number 4 just come, or was he been on the team?
I think he's been on the team.
So who been starting? I don't know if I wasn't been paying attention or what.
Robinson.
So he was one starting on 15. Okay.
It was between him and I want to say Cooper.
Who was number 12?
That's Cooper.
Okay. Did he play for the Cabot Bucks? Yeah, he played for Cabot Bucks one time. Yeah, he was number 12. Number 12. He played.
No, that was 15. The Norris Robinson. The one.
Okay. Cause we played against
you
Cabot
probably
Bucks.
know him as D-Rod.
I didn't even know his name.
Okay.
I didn't know his name. But number 3, Boats. They 5-1.
They just coming off from a very impressive win, 44-6. They keep going the way they're going. Come playoff time, that's another team that's going to be dangerous.
Yeah, well, I was just about to say that. That's the Boats. If that team catches up with each other, they catch up with their offense, defense. Both of them just get. It's like they there, but it's just like they got the talent, they got the work, they got the coaches, they got it. But I want to see what they're gonna do around playoff time. I expect them to give somebody a hard time. If you're gonna put them out, you better come to play.
It's gonna be a dogfight.
You better come to play because they gonna be ready by the time playoff time. Because when I see them play the Reapers, because they didn't had close games. Now they stretching it out. You know what I'm saying? They stretching out. Number 4 Silverbacks 4-2. They didn't play.
Like I say, they still are a team that I can see being a championship contender. Pat actually has a good squad up there.
They do.
They just need.
They had the Punishers on the ropes until the second half.
Yeah.
Of course, Punishers the second half team.
Yeah.
So you gotta ride it out from the first to the fourth. You know what I'm saying?
You do.
But I think teams they don't know that they're a second half team until after they play them.
Yeah, that's
so when y'all play them again, y'all gotta know to put that game plan together for the second half.
Yeah, and I think he'll be ready if he ever does face them again. But I think as these next few games, barring any mishaps from him, he's gonna go. He should be able to coast into the playoffs.
Number 5 Bulldogs, they 3-3.
Once again, that's a team that's disappointed me, and if I'm not mistaken, I think they are they trying to, in the playoffs, they playing well. I think they had a 3rd seed. If not, they're playing for it. So they need to be careful because any loss, just keep playing because you got a couple teams knocking at your door. They could easily be right where you are.
Yeah. Like the Gladiators, number 6, 2-3.
The Gladiators are a team that's getting hot at the right time because even in they didn't play last week, but I know the week before when they lost to the Bolts, it was 6-0.
6-0.
So they're getting better week to week. I think they're going to, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, the matchup. Number 7, Extra, they 2-2.
Man, I'm worried about them. They on the verge of not being in the playoffs.
They better get it together.
They battling with the Gladiators for that 3rd seed too.
They're going to have to win the rest of their games. You're going to have to win the rest. I don't know how the rules are in the tramp. I don't know how the playoffs go down or whatever.
But I know right now it might be win or go home.
Yeah, so they got to win the rest of their games, and they got the team to do it. Because like I said, their defense was straight, and then if their offense is okay, they just got to stop all that fumbling. You know what I'm saying? And so, they're a team that possibility could get in the playoffs if they win the rest of their games.
Stay out their own way.
Stay out their own way. Number 8, Rams. They 1-4.
Man, the Rams.
Young team.
Yeah, they just got to get a little bit older.
So they not like the number 10 team. I don't know. They beat them. You know what I'm saying? So, but number 9, Reapers 1-5.
And I say this every week: the Reapers are not what their record is. Honestly, the Reapers could easily be maybe top 6. Top 6.
They quarterback. His name is, I think it's Alex Cantrell. He even got a quarterback name. That sounds like an NFL name on it.
It does.
Number 1 draft pick, Alex Cantrell. You know what I'm saying?
His from what I've seen on him,
got an arm. Smart.
Little Johnny Manziel.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I just don't know what is going on. And, when I was watching the game, their line is straight, you know what I'm saying? And I just don't know what it is. Like, what's stopping these guys? They're not in their own way.
Man.
But I just don't know what's like that. Why they ain't putting up more points? Why even when they losing? Why they it's just they got a great receiver. They got a good receiving core. They got a good defense. They got because even though the Bolts was doing what they was doing, the Reaper was going with them and hanging with them the first and kind of the second quarter.
But I will say this though, when you look back at the Reapers and who their losses have come to, it's been some pretty good teams. If I remember earlier this year, they might have out of all the teams, the Reapers had the toughest schedule. You especially starting off.
Yeah. Because they had the Silverbacks first.
Yeah, Silverbacks, Bolts.
Then the Extras next, Bolts.
Yeah, so they had some tough teams.
Yeah. No, they didn't have Silverbacks
they
first.
Had the Extra.
Had the Extra first. Silverbacks had the Dragons first.
Punishers.
Number 10 Knights. They 0-5. Have they scored? I think they scored, haven't they?
They finally scored. I want to say a couple weeks ago.
Wow.
The Knights are same position every week.
Are they a young team?
Don't know. I know the name has been around for a while, but they could be going through a rebuild. They guys got to do better. Hit the drawing boards.
Yep. And if they want to get into the playoffs, which I don't know, I don't see that happening with the way they're going.
They got to win the table.
They got to win the rest of their games, and they got to beat the Reapers. When they play if they do, they got to beat the Rams. Whoever's in they side, you know what I'm saying? They got to beat the rest of the teams, which I don't really see happening. I think the Dragons over there too.
I think they done playing the Dragons.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right, let's get to these matchups.
Man.
The number 1 Dragons versus the number 8 Rams.
Man, I don't think that game is going to be any different than...
You think it's going to be a blowout?
Yeah, I think the Dragons go over 50 this time. I think they getting close every week. They letting you know why they number 1, and I think they're going to do it again. So I can go Dragons 63, Rams maybe 6.
Man, I want to see them get 70. I want to see some 70.
Well, I'm going to say this. They're a respectable group of guys.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They got good sportsmanship.
Mm-hmm.
They got real good sportsmanship. They laid it up. They put their third string in. And you can't say nothing if they score.
They putting left tackles at middle linebackers.
So you can't say they ain't good sportsmen.
Now they just creating the roster.
Yeah. It's like playing Madden. You just create the team.
Yeah, that's it.
Hey, you said you wanted to play linebacker. You O-line. Get that play line. Go ahead and play free safety. Even though you're 300-some pounds, go ahead and play.
The fact, if I see a 300-pound middle linebacker,
oh man,
it's not like Madden where his speed is all 99 or whatever.
No, juggernaut, none of that.
But man,
yeah, it's great. Putting the linebacker at quarterback. You know,
man.
You know what I'm saying? Like
he doing everything to try to show sportsmanship.
Yeah, try to show sportsmanship, but y'all still can't stop them from scoring.
Man,
see, that's why they number 1.
Yeah,
that's why they number 1.
Yep.
They got a good staff.
Man,
they got a great group of guys. The owners.
Oh yeah.
Coaches, all of them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Good group.
So, man, shout out to the Dragons, man. Number 5 Bulldogs versus number 10 Knights. Think the Bulldogs can rack some points up this year and get back to what they're doing?
I think the Bulldogs win this one. I think they're going to win.
Think they going to get back to themselves like they've been like the last 7 years with this game?
I'm going to say they're going to hit 30 this game. I think we're going to go 36-0.
What if the Knights beat them?
Man, I would be shocked.
Man. Order pizza for the whole team.
Man.
For real, man. What if they go out there and beat these guys? Because Bulldogs ain't been playing no good ball. I ain't gonna lie to you.
They better be careful.
They ain't been playing like they've been playing in 7 years. About 4 years ago, I used to hear about Dallas Bulldogs. I never really knew who they was or never seen them play. But every time I heard about the Dallas Bulldogs, and it was Joplin. I think the team up in Joplin.
Joplin Crusaders.
Yep. All the time. But now both of them doing kind of hard, you know.
But Joplin still,
they still doing right.
They not like the powerhouse they
used to be. They was a powerhouse.
But they still, they like that team where they not dominating like these people, but they still good.
Yep, exactly. We got two games of the week. We got two.
Okay, what we got?
The first one, the number 3 Bolts versus number 7 Extra. I'm gonna go to that game first.
Okay. In that game, I don't see the Bolts losing. I think if they keep Moorhead at quarterback, this could be. Because it was close last time. I think it's going to be Bolts. We'll go 28. Extra, let's go 22.
If the Extra defense play like they played against the Punchers and they keep a level head, the Bolts going to have problems with the offense. Because what I seen that day, their defense was monstrous. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That 35, it was one play, 35 came around that end. He was on the end. Nobody blocked him. He came around. He came around, and the quarterback was running this. I mean, you know, was just going to go
right into him.
No, he was running going this way. The dude was coming just like this. You know, and it looked like it looked like something on a video game or a movie. I'm sitting there looking at it, and man, he came, boom! I'm talking. It looked like a. Man, it was the best. Let me tell you, that was the best highlight I've seen all year.
Man.
On defense highlight. That was the best defense. I said, man, if the Extra defense play like that, the Bolts offense is going to have to really, really, really come out and play ball because Extra defense is straight.
But I think the Bolts will have just enough to get past them.
Yeah, you know.
And to be honest, I think that's why I said I think
that's why they better come out and play.
28. It's going to be 28-22. I see Terry Smith probably going for 2 touchdowns in this one.
Yeah, they better come out and play because the Extra defense ain't. And I just hope nothing happens where the game get called again.
Man,
we don't want that. Now, the number 2 Punishers versus number 6 Gladiators, and that's at War Memorial Stadium. And I'm going to that game too.
Man, that's gonna be a good game. I might have to make a guest appearance in there myself.
I'm gonna try to get down. I'm gonna try to get down at the bottom instead of up in the stands trying to get highlight. Hey, Terry, Chris, whoever, Justin, I'm trying to get down to the bottom.
Please, if y'all could get us,
I'm trying to get down to the bottom where I get
access.
some highlights, so I get some highlights, and down at the bottom, man. It's not like Vesta Parks. At Vesta Parks, you just freely get wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Walk around there.
But I'm gonna find out where the entrance is that you go down, and I'm gonna go down it, man.
But I do think that with the layoff, I think that is gonna kind of be the Punishers, because I know they didn't play this past week, and I wonder how they're gonna bounce back from, because when that game got called, they were winning, and for it to go down as a no contest, it takes a toll on you.
Yeah.
So I wonder how they come out mentally, and I think this might end up being, we can go Punishers, let's go 32, Gladiators, I say 18.
18. Okay. Silverbacks had a bye and Reapers had a bye. Got a bye. So, but man, the extra both game gonna be a good game, man. But if what's gonna hurt the extra if they come out with them fumbles again? Because it's like every play, it's like every time they hand off the running back, they fumble. Every single time. It's like all you do is have to,
man.
And they got some big boys, man. They got some big guys.
Yeah, but if you're not teaching them ball security,
you gotta have that ball security. But by playing this sport, you should already know it. If you up in the age kind of way,
and I always say
you gotta
like
protect
this,
that ball.
if you them big backs, man, I go look at film like Jerome Bettis. What's his name? Jamal Lewis. Them big muscle backs. They, pay attention to them and see how they held on to the ball and ball placement and everything, and that's very key for running backs.
I'm trying to think. Do they run a one-back offense, or do they run a two-back offense?
The extra.
I'm trying to remember. I'll put all three of them big jokers in there.
They do sometimes.
I'll run a wing T or something.
They run a wishbone.
I'll run that wing T, man, and man, ain't no way, man. Them dudes are huge, man. You know what I'm saying? But hey, you heard the top 10 scores, matchups. Hey, we ready for some football this weekend, man. I'm ready to be at one more stadium. I'm ready to be there. Going out at the bottom, get them highlights, get some interviews. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it's Semi-Pro Football Table Talk. It's Dre Brooks.
Brandon McKeever.
We talking about some football. We just got done talking about some football, man. And you know what? Let's go and let's stay focused.
We'll see y'all next week.
Bam.